and let's talk about compression garments for hikers. Now, this question came through the other day. Hi, Rowan, just a query re the use of compression garments. Is it better to use them while hiking or while recovery and during sleep with them? Now, when it comes down to this, if you haven't heard about this topic before, I'm a big fan of sports compression garments for hikers. And I think sports compression tights or socks can be a really, really good addition to a hiker's arsenal. And if you haven't seen them before, they're kind of like this picture here. The color's a little bit whack, but yeah, they're just tight compression garments which we wear. The way I like them and the reason I like them for hikers specifically is I like them for recovery. And the whole idea around them when it comes down to recovery is ultimately when we're hiking, when we're exercising, when we're just moving around, our blood is pumping around. Our blood, we've got lots and lots of circulation and the blood is just pumping around doing a lot. Sometimes, or typically, when we stop hiking and exercising, our circulation will just slow down a little bit. It's always going to be working because our blood doesn't stop, but circulation will slow down a little bit. Now, the tricky thing here is if we've been working hard or we've been exercising hard, sometimes there's just certain things in the body which, the body just leads to a little bit of soreness, leads to a little bit of discomfort. And having extra circulation can sometimes help just flush that out and help it feel a little bit more comfortable. It's similar to like the whole idea of active recovery or cooling down, where essentially we finish exercise and we have something nice and gentle, which we work through for a little while to help everything sort of calm down. That's kind of similar thing for sports compression garments, but it's just a way of doing it passively. Using sports compression garments, there can be a really, really simple way of just aiding circulation when we're not actually active, when we're just sitting around, when we're lying around, we're not really doing anything. For a hiker, when this comes into recovery, this just can be really, really useful just to help the legs feel good, whether it's at the end of the day or waking up the next day, having the legs feel a bit more fresh, reducing sore muscles and reducing some of the achiness, and potentially aiding your recovery. So you can wake up the next day and actually be able to perform, a little bit better than if you hadn't. On top of that, sports compression garments can be quite nice for people who have sore or achy joints after hikers. So quite often with my knee pain clients, I'll have people get these tights if they have them, just wear them for a couple of hours after hiking. And sometimes just having a little bit extra pressure can help relieve some of that discomfort if they're dealing with it and help, again, make them wake up pretty fresh. Now, the way I typically recommend hikers use them is I recommend wearing them for a few hours while you're in camp. So if you're doing an overnighter or multi-dayer, essentially finish up your day, change into them, wear them for a few hours as you're having dinner or whatever it may be. Or alternatively, you can wear them while you're sleeping. I quite like sleeping in these while I'm on overnights or multi-dayers because I'm comfortable in it. However, some people do find these a little bit uncomfortable to sleep in. And if it ends up compromising your sleep, well, we don't really want that. But they're the two options. When you're wearing them hiking, there's nothing wrong with wearing them hiking, though they probably won't make a massive difference. Some hikers just like the feeling of having that compression and like the feeling of that. And some hikers feel comfortable with it. Also, some people who do have sort of sore, achy knees sometimes feel a bit more comfortable just having pressure on that area, similar to wearing like a knee sleeve or whatever it may be. But realistically, it's not going to make a massive difference. Typically, what I would recommend is, the only time I would really say it's going to make a genuine difference if you're actually on the trail is in cold weather hikes where the weather is pretty chilly and you're doing lots of stopping and starting. So it's not like you're moving quite a bit, but you stop, start, stop, start. So you might be doing lots of photography or you may be with a group with lots of different speeds and paces. We need to keep up with the group or whatever it may be. Because in that situation, the tights will kind of keep the circulation going a little bit more, keep you a little bit more warmer in all those stops. Now, if you are a hiker who's looking into this to use, typically what we want to be looking at is we want to make sure we get sports compression garments. So we're not talking about like hospital grade compression tights or aeroplane socks or whatever it may be, just for the fact that sometimes those things, then they're not quite as comfortable to wear for longer periods of time. We kind of want sports compression garments. And if you can find something that has the word recovery in it, even better. There's 1,000,001 brands out there. You can literally just go into Google, go into Amazon and just type it in, sports compression recovery garments, see what works for you. Or alternatively, you can go down a local sporting goods store. A lot of them will have these and they can be a good option. But ultimately, if you are looking for an easy thing, which can sometimes help your recovery, help your legs feel good on multi-dayers, sports compression tights or socks can be really, really good. And it can be a really nice addition into a hiking pack.